Are you emotionally mountaineering? We're going to talk about that today on Morning Meditation. Hi, I'm Ann Morrison, and this is Ascension Studios. So, what is emotional mountaineering? It's when you take the smallest thing and who knows, maybe you're off kilter, maybe you're out of whack, maybe there's just been too many irritants lately and you are a little bruised and it hits you the wrong way and you go off. And you start talking about it, and the more you talk about it, the bigger it becomes, and the bigger and the bigger and the bigger until you are mountain climbing with a molehill. Anything can turn this way. Now, I've done this thousands of times. Absolutely. I am totally guilty, and I have to know that I do this so that I can stop my thoughts and I can interject the alternatives. And the alternatives is, okay, that wasn't that big a deal. Or the alternative is, this person just has a persnickety side. Or the alternative is that I got it wrong all the way and there was actually a good intention behind everything. When you are mountaineering and you are coming up with more and attaching it to more and just going down that tornado-wing, spiraling side of the mountain, it's a good idea to put your feet down, plant them solid and firmly, and take a couple breaths. Slowly, intentionally, and pull in alternatives. I don't know one person who never does this. Not one. But recognizing that this is something that is very human, that our brains are prone to do, that our society has patterned us for, can give us the tools to recognize when it's happening. And then we have the ability to bring in alternate scenarios and perhaps stop the mountaineering and look at just the truth. Just the truth. Okay. It was something said. It was something done. It was something that irritated me. And that's the truth. That's all the truth that we know. We can't know what's going on in another person's head or mind or life. We don't have any privy to that information while we're here in the vehicle. So, we can know for sure only one thing, that it happened and it hit me the wrong way. And if you come up with and you create other scenarios that it could have been, instead of just going off on the one tangent and building that puppy up until it's a mountain, then you give yourself the chance to be in charge of you as an emotional person. Again, what do? You catch the fact that you're doing it. Take a couple of intentional breaths. That means I am breathing to calm down for a purpose, slowly to release all of the octane from behind the forward movement. You do this until you can get a little bit of mental clarity. Okay. Do I know for sure that their intent was to disrespect me, to get back at me, to hurt me, to poke at something that is sore and cause an irritation? No, because you don't know. What is going on in the other person's head? And could it be true? Yeah, it could. But which thought would you rather live with? So you breathe and you come up with other things that it could have been. It could have been that it was just a statement that happened off the cuff, out of the blue, not intending anything. It could have been that I'm just sensitive to that area. It could have been something that was meant to be nice or helpful, and I took it entirely the wrong way. And my emotional mountaineering has decided to take it further. Now, it could have been the things I was emotionally mountaineering on, but as long as I'm not in that person's life, body, skin, soul, I don't know for sure. So to keep yourself calm in those situations, you have to replace the emotion with the logic. And the logic is, I don't know for sure. They might have even said so, but I don't know for sure. Because people will do that kind of thing when they're hurting, when they feel disrespected. Usually, the thing that a person complains about the very most is the thing that they are guilty of the very most. It's ironic that it happens that way. But true. I have found in about 99% of my interactions, the person is complaining about that which they are unhappy with in themselves, even if holding on to the most pristine facade. So, take off your mountaineering boots and you sit down and do a little bird watching. Watch the different thoughts as they fly by and entertain all of them. And then come back down to the truth. The truth is, I know for sure this. And that's all I can know for sure. And in the moment, the only thing calming you down is you. But then it is your life. It's your emotions, it's your forward movement, it's your momentum, it's your manifestation. It is your gift to the world. And I think that is worth a little bit of stark, basic knowledge. And we can mountaineer on a dream. We can mountaineer on a future. We can mountaineer on the good in a person. We can mountaineer our emotions in 100 different positive ways. We can mountaineer sending energy and love and kindness out to the world. And those actually do some good. And given the choice, taking the choice, owning the choice, that's me, doing me. And when I get there, I'm proud of it. And I'm human, and I screw up all the time. And I got me some well-worn hiking boots, if you know what I mean. Do you? Let's go into our meditation, and let's work on setting up triggers in our mind to show us when the emotional mountaineering is happening, so that we can either decide to switch to bird watching or to calm down. Just logic, the bare basic of the only truth that we can possibly know. Exaggeration happens in the brain, but it's not actually the process of the third eye. We are going to be working in the crown chakra up here. And this has to do with the faith in all the things that are not seeable. This is the ether, the unconditional love, the wisdom, the ocean to which every one of us drops goes back to when we're done with this journey and our vehicle isn't working for us anymore. So we'll start up in the crown chakra, because this is where imaginations are made. And this is where our manifestation stems from. This is the energy without boundaries. And this is the place to help start a new alarm system, basically, so that you have a choice. Feel the vibrations up here, allow the download. Connect as an energy being to the energy everywhere. Pull it down. Feel everything start to harmonize, all of the wonderful different frequencies. Connect to the earth. Recognize the connection of all of us particle bound. Let's go into the mind palace. And calm the tornado. Now, let's pull out a couple memories of mountaineering trips we've been on. And let's put them in a box right in front of us. And then on the top of this box, we're going to put paper on one half and a paper on the other half. And on the left half, we're going to write basic truth. And on the right half, we're going to write bird watching. And then we're going to open up a spot in the middle so that every time we have a new mountaineering journey, that dog is going crazy. Every time we have a new mountaineering journey, it has a way to get in only through that choice of whether I can only know so much for sure, or I can come up with 100 different scenarios of what it could be other than what I am initially thinking that might be negative. And then I'm going to put the box back up and we're going to leave it be. Back up to the crown chakra, feel the vibration. Allow the connection of the energy. And feel the different areas vibrating together. Ground your body and come back in charge of your own travels. Namaste.